Hey, how's everybody doing? So today we are upstairs in the guest room. We have my quarantine tank, which we're actually currently breeding some guppies in right now. And then we have the stock tank behind me. So today we're kind of jump right into it. I got some good news, I got some bad news. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you what's going on, give you guys some updates, and kind of show you what I'm learning along the way. Let's start with some good news though. So check out this tank here. This is the 29-gallon tank. Where if you guys remember, I got this male guppy from a customer. I kind of just like this finish, I like this color, something different than what I had, and I've been trying to mix up my bloodline. So I've mixed in some females. If you guys remember, I did this maybe a month or two ago. So these guys were younger, these females were not breeding. So they bred with him for the first time. And about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, I wanted to show you guys sooner, but I've been real busy with work. We got some baby guppies in here. So I'm always showing baby guppies, but these are really exciting for me because this is the first time these females have had babies, and these are going to be kind of really exciting to watch how they grow up, see what the males and the females look like. I'm looking forward to that. So that's always exciting. I do have some plecos in here. No babies just yet. I think he's hiding in the cave. That was my really big bristlenose pleco. So I got him in here with another large female. Hopefully get some babies from them eventually, and whenever they do breed, if they breed, they should give us some pretty large numbers of eggs, so that'd be cool to see. But yeah, this tank's doing well. I'm about to do a water change on it today, and I also am gonna upgrade the heater. Here we have a 300 watt Hygger heater. These I really like because they have the thermostat with them. So you actually can read the digital temperature on them. So shout out to Hygger for sending me this over. I'm going to upgrade the heater in this tank. We'll do that today. Show you what it looks like once it's in the tank. I've showed heaters similar to some of my other videos, but I really like how they're covered in the plastic, so it's not getting that direct glass. Because I know plecos like to go right up on them, they like to suck on them. And I always felt kind of weird having that direct glass there, and you can see like the heat waves coming off it. So that may not really affect the fish, but it gives me some peace of mind. And I definitely like having that digital thermostat reading. So if you guys want to check out these products, they have them in 300 watt, 500 watt. I've used their lights in the past as well from the same company, and I'm always happy with their products. So shout out to them if you guys want to check them out. I'll put a link in the description below. But let's go ahead, upgrade this heater, do a water change. All right, so as I was putting the heater in the tank, check it out. I just spotted some new guppy fry. That's always pretty exciting if we can see them. So we got a little baby there hanging on top of the old heater. So yeah, another little batch of babies, probably from a different female because these guys aren't quite a month old. It's probably been about 2 weeks, but that's exciting too. So that's pretty cool. Couple things I just want to point out with this heater. It has two heating tubes, so it's pretty bulky. I'm not gonna deny that, but it's also a little bit more sleek and just kind of squared off. So I like that too. So probably easier to hide it behind some decorations. Just a different look, something different. But I like how it has a double tube, and this is 300 watt, so it can heat much larger than the size of this tank. But I just wanted to show that baby guppy while I was putting the heater in there, and to remind you guys, whenever you do add a heater to your tank, don't put it straight in there and plug it in, especially if it's hot or cold, like extremely cold or something outside and it's sitting in your car, you come from the store, or it's sitting outside on your porch all day. Get it in the house, let it come to room temperature, put it in the tank, let it get to the same temperature as the water, give it at least 15 minutes or so, then you can go ahead and plug it in and get your temperature set. Just a little fun fact for you. I wanted to show you off that fish, but let's go ahead, do a water change in here, get the tank filled up, make it look good. And then I got to give you some more updates that are a little bit unfortunate, but I definitely need to share with you guys my experiences. Before we move over to the stock tank, one last look here. After the water change, looking a lot better. Another thing I liked about this heater, I didn't want to forget, there's another baby guppy. Can't forget to show the fish. He's right on top of that log. I always end up talking and forget to talk about the fish. But another thing I liked about that heater, it has 4 suction cups, because the suction cups always go bad on those heaters. All heaters, all aquarium heaters. I'm waiting for the day they make them on a magnet. Soon enough, I'm sure they'll do it. And one last thing with Hygger, this is their light as well. I showed an unboxing of this in a previous video, but yeah, their lights and their heaters, I've had good experience with them. So just want to mention that last thing about the extra suction cups and show off the fish a little bit after the fresh water change. Nothing like seeing guppies after a couple of days. Those guys might be a day old, honestly. They're real tiny. Make sure you cover them up with a little sponge if you have a filter intake. But yeah, they're all over the place. I just threw a bunch of fish food in there. Water's a little cloudy, but yep, let's move over to the next thing I want to talk about. Alright guys, so we got some bad news over at the stock tank. Let me just show you what's going on. So I've had this up and running for 3 months now, and I'll be completely honest, right now it needs a water change. So the water's low, the nitrates are getting high, but I really just started noticing in the last 2-3 days, I'm starting to lose some guppies. So if you come over here, you can almost see them starting to crowd over by the walls. They're not doing very well. I pulled a couple dead ones out. I see one over there today. So what I think's going on here, me needing to do a water change, but I've done some more research. And this was kind of a project that was a test, but I think the zinc that gets let off by the metal can kill your fish. So there's some salvaging to do here. We're gonna do a water change today. I'm gonna drain probably 75% to 50% of the water out. I don't want to do too much just because of the nitrates. And then we're gonna a bunch of fresh water, and then within a couple days I'm gonna get these guys out of here, get this drained. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here because we still got lots of plecos, and I still like the idea of the stock tank. Who knows, maybe this is a God sign to me that he doesn't want me to flood my house if this thing ever starts to leak on me. But who knows, maybe I'll take this outside. I'll use it for my tegu, for something for him to run around in. I can make like a turtle, like tortoise enclosure out of this. I can rehome it. I've looked into some options of maybe doing a liner in here or doing like a spray. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm sure this has been documented before, but I'm one of those people, I like to experiment, learn for myself. There's a saying, if you're not winning, you're learning. So learn from your experiences. I had to show with this, and like this morning, all these guppies are fine. Once I turned the light on, they started acting all funny and started going against the walls. So yeah, I'm gonna do a big water change on them today. Hopefully I can perk some of them up that are still in there. But I just had to share with you guys today. I didn't want to make like a big, oh no, this is a terrible idea, and just like, I don't know, it could be a variable of things. But I'm pretty sure the zinc from the metal is starting to affect the fish. And they were fine for the first 3 months. It's been about 3 months now, and then in the last 3 days I've noticed some signs. And like I said, when the lights were off this morning and I was looking in here, they were all swimming around doing fine. So who knows, maybe I just have real high nitrates in here and the fish are getting sick from something else. But I don't know, they're not doing great, so I'm gonna do a big water change. I'm gonna scoop out any dead ones. I had to share that with you guys just because I feel bad. I showed a video on this about 3 months ago, so I don't want to inspire people to go out and do it and then have problems. But yeah, the fish are just acting funny. I'm starting to lose them, but just like that, they all started to bounce back. So who knows, I test the water, all the pH and everything doesn't look too crazy, but it's due for water change. So I'm gonna do it today. Just had to share that with you, that I don't think the stock tank is going to be something that we keep long term. I think the zinc is starting to affect them. That's my theory, and that's from what I've learned from some research. But yeah, guys, hopefully you can learn from my experience there. I don't want to end on a negative note. Like sharing with you guys, I'm really happy with this tank here. You got to take the good with the bad. Stay positive, but learn from my mistakes. That's what we're here for. I like to share my journey. I like to try different things. If everything you tried worked, it wouldn't be fun to try new things anyway. So you gotta take the good with the bad. Hopefully it's helpful. If you know anyone that tried this or is doing it and it's working well or it's not going well, just share my journey, share my story that after 3 months we started to see some signs of the fish not doing well. So if I was doing daily, weekly water changes and I was growing fish out and I was breeding them like I used to do with my rams, maybe it wouldn't have time to affect them. Maybe you're doing enough water changes, it wouldn't be relevant. But I'm only changing the water in this maybe every month or so. I definitely take more of a passive approach to breeding and keeping my fish now. It makes it more enjoyable. I've had times where I'm changing water daily, And I have times where I've had a tank with low stock and live plants that I change every 2 or 3 months. So that's all part of the hobby. That's all part of the preference in the fish and just kind of reading your fish and reading everything. But hopefully this can help somebody out there. If you guys made it to the end of the video, make sure you like the video. Leave comments. If you didn't like it, that's okay too. But leave comments. Let's learn together, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around.